Hello, my name is Dr. Alice Prince, and I penned a chapter in an anthology entitled Owning Your Grits with 40 other amazing women. The name of the chapter that I penned that I'm going to read to you today, and I hope you enjoy it, and I hope that you find your grits, is called Learning How to Kill. Take one of the beer or liquor bottles you'll find on your walk to school. Just look down and you'll find it. There are many bottles on the sidewalks, vacant lots, and in the alleys. Finding a beer bottle will not be a problem. Grab the bottle by the neck and break the bottle on the side of the street, curb, or step, or one of the vacant houses. You will hear the bottle crack, but do not be afraid. Look away so the glass won't hit you in the eye. Put your book bag on your back using both straps. Never carry your lunchbox in your hand. Always put it in your bag. Your hands have to be accessible at all times. Did you hear me? Your hands have to be free at all times. This is important. Are you listening to me? This is about your life. Pay attention and listen. Now hit the glass bottle on the side of the curb to break it. The edges are sharp. Do not ever touch the sharp edges. Do not ever touch the sharp edges. Hide the bottle in the sleeve of your coat. Your book bag is on your back and the bottle is in your hand. The bottle is hidden in the sleeve of your coat. While you are walking, never make eye contact with men. Never say hi. Never allow a man to walk behind you, cross the street, or walk in the middle of the street. Don't talk to each other on the way to school. Stay alert. You only have 5 blocks of walking. You can do this. Switch up your route. Do not walk the same way every day. Always stay alert. If a man tries to snatch you, let them get close enough to you. Look him in the eyes and stab him in the throat with the bottle. If a man tries to snatch you, let him get close enough to you. Look him in the eyes and stab him in the throat with the bottle. You have to make sure you stab him in the throat. If you can't get to the throat, stab him in the eye. Do you hear me? You only have one chance, and you have to get it right. Drop the bottle and run. Run and yell fire. Yell fire. Keep yelling fire. Say it with me. Fire, fire, fire. Mom, why are we yelling fire? You are yelling fire because people will come out to look if they think it is a fire. If you scream help, people may not come out. Now do as I say and yell fire, little girl. Yell fire if you and your sister are being attacked. If you do not need to use the bottle, you need to save it for your walk home from the bus stop. Drop the bottle by the tree before you get on the bus. It will be there when you get off the bus. You will need it on your way home. On a rainy morning up at 4:30 a.m., I received directions and instructions from my mom that would change the course of my life. The sun had not peeked through the sky yet. The dew, mist, and fog had a slight ring around the neighborhood. My big sister and I were up, getting ready for school. I was in the 2nd grade and my sister Martha was in the 3rd. My mom, a single parent at the time, had to work at 6 a.m. My grandmother, a nurse at Homer G. Phillips Hospital, had to work at 6 a.m. We all needed to be out of the house by 5:30 to make it to work and school. we had to be at the bus stop at 6:04, or we would not have a way to school. We never missed a day of school. My sister and I participated in the desegregation program, which was also known as the Voluntary Transfer Students Program. The program was designed to bus inner city kids out to schools in more affluent districts in St. Louis County. We lived in the Ville neighborhood, a historic district in St. Louis, Missouri. St. Louisans knew the Ville neighborhood for Sumner High School, Annie Malone Children's Home, and Homer G. Phillips Hospital, the only hospital west of the Mississippi River to train and educate African American doctors and nurses. Sumner High School, which opened in 1875, was the first high school opened for African Americans west of the Mississippi. The school was named after a well-known abolitionist, Senator Charles H. Sumner. Annie Malone was a chemist and entrepreneur. She was a self-made millionaire who helped to create other African American millionaires. While St. Louisans historically knew the Ville neighborhood as the first of many for African American education, healthcare, and Black investment in a children's home, we also knew it for poverty, disenfranchisement, disinvestment by the government, high crime, and high rates of abandoned and dilapidated buildings. In 1984, the median income of the neighborhood was $20,000. From my recollection, 40% of the houses on the block were abandoned or extremely scary. Remember, I was in the 2nd grade and my sister was in the 3rd. We walked to the bus stop every morning and waited in front of Marshall Elementary School, a public school. It was possibly the school my sister and I would have gone to if we had not participated in the desegregation program. The school we were bused to was Riverbend Elementary School in Chesterfield, Missouri. My sister and I started the bus ride at about 6 a.m. and arrived at school around 8:30. The time varied depending on traffic or accidents on the highway. We spent approximately 3 hours commuting to and from school each day. Riverbend Elementary School was another world. I felt like I was visiting a foreign country. Everything was different. Chesterfield had multiple mini malls and restaurants, no broken bottles on the sidewalk, no abandoned buildings, and no scary houses. It had many grocery stores. The one grocery store by my house, Nationals, was closed in 1987. It was closed because there was a mass shooting. The robbers shot the employees execution style. Our family had frequented the Nationals multiple times a week. The only grocery store in my neighborhood closed because of a mass shooting. Let that sink in. For me, as a 2nd grader, riding the bus to Chesterfield was like entering into a fairy tale book and going on a journey. There was a stark difference in my neighborhood and my friends' neighborhood. I knew my friends at Riverbend Elementary School who lived in Chesterfield did not have to worry about what I needed to consider on my walk to and from the bus stop. I knew this was true because they were able to carry their lunch boxes in their hands. It was not until I was older that I realized my mom taught me how to kill a man in the 2nd grade. She taught my sister and me how to protect ourselves. She taught us how to be courageous, how to be resilient, and how to be brave. I learned about grit in the 2nd grade. The lessons my mom taught me then have followed me throughout my professional career. Courage, resiliency, and bravery are the themes that are my founding principles. Those are the principles I live by today and the principles embedded in my upbringing as a 2nd grader walking to catch a bus to go to school. Courage for me means not being afraid to walk past scary houses. Courage is not being afraid to arm yourself with the tools necessary to survive and thrive, even when the tools are lethal. Courage is seeing the fire, but still walking through it, knowing you are fully prepared to weather the storm. Courage is not giving up or beating yourself up for past mistakes, not holding grudges, and not stopping. I am a courageous woman. I do not give in to self-doubt or the negative thoughts of those around me. Resiliency means being disciplined through adversity. Resiliency is finding the will, the way, and the growth mindset to keep pushing forward. Resiliency is being your unapologetic self while walking a journey that is true to you. Standing in your truth and always speaking truth to power is an important action item for being a resilient person. I am a resilient person. I walk in my truth. I do not look to others to validate my value. Bravery is not succumbing to fear. Bravery means confidently standing on the shoulders of those who came before you and reaching down to pull someone else up. Bravery is not leaning into a marginalized physical environment, but creating intentional prosperity for those within the disenfranchised environments. I am a brave person. I look for ways to be a better version of myself each day. I look for ways to empower others around me. I am proud of who I am. Be proud of the woman you are because you fought so hard to become her. Thank you.